I'm trying to do this without mentioning squeaky toy.
The reason we picked McCurdy Auction Service at the onset to be our name is because that's exactly what we were. We were an auction service.
Seeing that logo now, I look back and it made sense. I mean, for the time, there was a lot of auction companies who used that falling gavel or the sold, and so you would see that in different auction companies' logos. Now I don't think people think about the gavel with McCurdy or with auction.
So as the years progressed, and again, Braden and Megan came involved in the company, and we looked at the McCurdy Auction Service that we'd had for years, we realized that as much real estate as we were concentrating on, it was time for a name change.
I graduated college in 2002, and we began right at that period saying, let's focus. Let's tell the market where we want to go with the business and the future of the business.
And at that point, we were doing a lot more real estate, and Braden had his real estate license, and I wanted to focus a little bit more on that and stuff. And so adding in the real estate specialist, I think that maybe sometimes people hear auction and they think about the contents, just like we used to do when we were little. They think about the pots and pans and furniture and furnishings and things like that, which we still do, but that's kind of the first thought process when they hear auction. And so adding that real estate specialist tagline was very intentional to try to relay to the public what we were really doing at auction.
Now, our original logo had been around for, I think, 20 years plus or minus. As we did our website redesign in 2008 and looking forward, that's when we really saw the need for a new logo.
And it was due to a fresh graphic designer that looked at it and said, hey, here's how we can tweak it. What do you think of this?
At the time, that was a way for us to get that real estate specialist all incorporated in. It was more of a packaged up logo when we went to the gold and white with McCurdy Auction with the real estate specialist under below. It felt more like a true logo to us at that time.
We liked it and it resonated and we connected with it. And so ultimately it became our new mark. It became our new branding element for the company. And although it's even had a few little minor tweaks and revisions, things have to get updated. Things have to refresh.
When 2020 happened, our business changed, and it changed quick. And we went to an online-only auction company primarily. Now we still do live auctions and we still incorporate live, but our business structure really changed. And I think this is a perfect time to see an updated logo and an updated brand and a refresh that kind of matches maybe the change that we felt internally.
You know, I knew that we were close to needing a refresh. And yet again, another talented graphic artist on our team was introducing some new elements softly, but it was time to say, let's do it all. And the first discussion point was relative to the gavel.
The gavel is something that is a symbol of the auction industry, but it's also so ubiquitous, and I think people associate it with different things that it just becomes more of a problem or a confusion.
It was also important to me that if you see our old logo and you see our new logo side by side, that you don't think, oh my goodness, is this a whole new company? And understand that it's kind of a refresh, so they feel connected in a way.
One of the biggest discussions we had is about the name change. So ultimately, we wanted our name to reflect what we do today and what our company is about. And again, we are a real estate company. We happen to sell real estate at auction, but we still sell real estate traditionally. And so what we try and look for is what the best fit is for the particular circumstance that we're in. And so as we looked at the McCurdy Real Estate and Auction, it just fits what our company is about today.
The final logo we landed on actually came from some sketches from an earlier project. We wanted something obviously on the surface that is representative or says McCurdy, which was a letter M or a monogram type of a logo. But we wanted to do something a little deeper that had some other connections. And as I kind of played with this mark, this abstract M, I saw some things that I don't know that spoke to me about what we do.
We actually probably had this several months ago, but then we took it through a process internally. And that process internally was lots of meetings, surveys, input from all the team. And as we worked through those variations and as we worked through those changes, we started coming back to what we had in the beginning. And it's a process of getting familiar with that new mark and feeling comfortable with that new mark. But we came back to where we were at in the very beginning, and it was an exciting process. It was a long, drawn-out process, but at the same time, it was a necessary process.